everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for The Holdovers 2023. This is a new film that is rated R with a runtime of 2 hours, 13 minutes. As of the recording of this video, we have a Rotten Tomato score of 96% with a 91% for the audience and a Letterboxd average rating of 4.2. This is one of the highest averages in really all the categories that I've done in a little while. As far as movie reviews, and I've reviewed and I've seen some really good stuff recently. So, from acclaimed director Alexander Payne, The Holdovers follows a curmudgeonly instructor at a New England prep school who is forced to remain on campus during the Christmas break to babysit a handful of students with nowhere to go. Eventually, he forms an unlikely bond with one of them, a damaged, brainy troublemaker, and also with the school's head cook who has just lost her son in Vietnam. This film, as I mentioned, is directed by Alexander Payne, written by David Hemmingson, and it stars Paul Giamatti as Paul Humnan, the teacher, Dominic Sessa as Angus Tully, one of the students, and Davine Joy Randolph as Mary Lamb, the school's head cook. Uh, this film was fantastic. I really loved it. I really enjoyed it. Um, I don't know that I normally, when I do a review, I like to start with maybe some of the things that I didn't enjoy as much up front. Um, and I don't really have anything on my list for this film. I think it was just really well done, really entertaining. It's a very small, quiet film. It's definitely more about exploring these characters and their relationships and all the things that they're going through. If I had any complaints, is that I was I don't really know what I was hoping that the story would tell me. I really wanted a bit more of a happier ending. Not that it's a sad movie overall, but like I was like, okay, I feel like the characters have grown and they've learned from like their mistakes, and but sometimes life isn't fair that way. So I think that's what the movie's trying to say. Like, even if you can get past all your insecurities and you can grow, sometimes things don't really go well for everyone involved. Which I think it's maybe a little bit of what the film's trying to say. This was a period piece. I think it was. Like in the 60s 70s maybe, that I got that vibe, especially because like the lack of technology and all that stuff. But it was quite enjoyable. Like, I love the setting. I love the scenery of like this prep school uh, in the middle of the winter. Like, it's really interesting to see like how prep schools would like, all the students leave, but sometimes everyone can't leave. And that means that some people got to stay behind and watch them. So like, you know, you get a lot of exploring relationships and even maybe prior incidents that are kind of sprinkled throughout the film very organically, as opposed to like an exposition dump. So I think the film does a very good job at that. Paul Giamatti, he's fantastic as this old curmudgeon that we kind of start cracking his exterior and learning that he's also somebody um, who has a lot of inner turmoil, which I found that really like I like that, right? I like knowing that characters are flawed, uh but that they can learn from their mistakes, that they're willing to change, and that these relationships that they're building, like, that they mean something. Once again, also Dominic Sessa, fantastic performance. He's definitely the heart of the film as far as like driving all this forward. And then Davine Joy, uh just probably the most heartbreaking story in here, but also feels like she was the glue that was holding everything together at points. And like the person that, even though she also is flawed and not perfect, the one person that you could tell was trying to move forward, trying to move on, trying to be a better person, not just herself, but also help those around her. And I would say the only thing, now that I think about it, like, there's a little plot point where that is kind of how you end up with some of these characters just all on their own, which it almost feels like this is gonna be like kind of like Breakfast Clubby, where you have a few of the kids, especially from what I've seen in the trailer, but then it ends up being an even smaller cast. I was not ready for that, but then once I was like, I got past that very quickly. But yeah, the film looks great. I think all the settings look like classic 60s 70s, like what you would expect to see in a New England town. I hate that there was just snow everywhere. This must have been very troublesome to shoot, and also just like live. I can't imagine being in the 60s or 70s having to like drive in the snow and live around and do all the work, and like I feel like almost getting stuck at the school if you have nowhere to go is almost even better. But um, yeah, there's a lot of heart, there's a lot of fun stuff, there's a lot of heartbreak as well, uh a lot of awkwardness too. Like some encounters are just some of these characters, especially Paul Giamatti. He's he's book smart, but he's not fully socially adept. There he has a few quirks that maybe would drive people away from him, and some of those things can come off as like hostile. But once you kind of look past that and dig a little deeper, you see that there's more to that character. So, yeah, I quite enjoy this. I when movies are this good, I don't even know what else to say that people already aren't saying, or that I don't want to experience this. Like I want people to experience this on their own. So, yeah, I really enjoy this. I highly recommend you check this out, whether it's now on video on demand, or if it's still playing at a local theater, or even if you just want to like wait till it's on a streaming service. Make sure that you check this out because it's one of the better films that we've seen in 2023. I can't believe it's this far into the year and I'm still discovering gems like this. And this one's very recent too. I think it came out in November in theater. So, very excited for that. So, uh, if you have seen this film, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. And as always, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.